When you're looking into e-bikes, you run across a lot of my e-bike is best e-bike, but no e-bike is best e-bike for everybody. So we're gonna look at 2 e-bikes and see what's interesting or unique about each of them. And then we're gonna talk to a couple of fellas who are with the companies that make them to see where they see them stationed in the market. This is Jeremy, this is Kyle, I'm Jim Hickox, and this is Electrify Review. This is the Pedego. You're a Pedego, yeah?
Yep.
How many bikes do y'all have on the market currently?
We have about 10 to 14 bikes. We're kind of in a transition period, so we got some new stuff coming and some stuff being updated. This bike's been in the line for a few years, the Avenue. This model is it's a great all-rounder. Ride to the gym, ride to work. You can get the 2-inch tire. It rolls faster than a lot of the big fat tires you see on a lot of e-bikes these days.
Sure.
So if you're on pavement, this bike feels and rides lighter weight, rides more like a traditional bike. So you don't feel the weight as much.
It does feel pretty light.
Yeah, it's very snappy.
Yeah.
You can turn easy. The battery has a low center of gravity on the bottom of the down tube, so it just all contributes to a bike that feels very non-electric, but when you need that punch, you got it.
How does that feel?
Feels good. It feels like I'm riding a bicycle.
Feels like you're riding a bicycle?
Yeah, I haven't done it in a long time, but it comes right back, you know?
It should just feel really smooth,
Yeah.
not jerky, and just kind of like, it's got this nice gentle assist.
Yeah.
And the whole idea with this bike is it's really designed for the city.
What's going on with the design considerations here?
The first thing we did when we were looking to design this bike is we looked at some of the challenges that are out there in the industry. There's different bikes for different people, and we felt that the e-bikes weren't accessible for people. They were intimidating, things like derailleurs and gears and chains, and so that was kind of the design philosophy behind the brand, is could we make a safe, approachable brand? And that was the whole philosophy behind Vvolt. You just get on it, turn it on, and ride. The first hire was a young designer, and I deliberately hired somebody that didn't have bike experience.
Oh, really?
and the reason for that was I wanted to break some paradigms.
Okay.
And I said, day one, with e-bikes, there shouldn't be chains.
Okay.
Sure. Chains, why do people use chains? Because they're cheap.
Sure.
But they're dirty, they're noisy, they'll fail in an e-bike environment eventually. Whereas
a lot of maintenance.
A lot of maintenance. Oil is there. I mean, how many times do you see people with they're called Cat 5 tattoos, where somebody is leant against their chain and got the chain. Well, that's not going to happen with a belt drive.
Sure.
So the first thing I wanted to do is say that we're building a trusted brand. So we're going to choose the best components to deliver the best overall package for you. That's kind of our general philosophy. So if you look at our website, we don't talk about this brand or that brand subcomponents. We just quietly put them on the bike. What we have done here is we do have a really nice high end. It happens to be a Gates belt drive. What we did from a component standpoint was just try and make it really simple and really clean. So light integrated into the front with 360 visibility here. So first off, the light is actually attached to the frame, not the wheel. So it doesn't matter where you turn the wheel, the road in front of you is floodlit. All the little accents on the bike are all reflective.
Oh, nice.
So we think about, in the evening when it's getting dark, we try to give it 360 kind of reflectivity and lighting.
Yeah.
So whatever's going on, you get seen in the traffic.
So could you give me like a tour through the bike and kind of the components that you all are using?
Yeah. We got a brushless 500 watt hub motor here, microshift 7-speed drivetrain for climbing those hills. We've got the 14 amp hour battery down here, the bottom of the frame, comes stock with a 10.4 with the upgraded 14 amp. So the bike fits a variety of riders. It's designed to be comfortable, whether you want a very upright position or whether you want something a little more sporty. So we got an adjustable stem here. You can tip that up, get it real upright, casual position, and then you can drop it down if you want a little sportier position. You can also remove the spacers, cut the steer tube down, and get it a little lower in the front end for some aerodynamics. You got the pedal sense software here with the 5 assist levels. Pedal assist 0 is rider only, so no power, no throttle. We've got 1 through 5, and then all the way up to 6 is throttle only. Those pedal assist levels will give you a little different power curve for each level that you're in. More power, the bigger number you go. No power mode's a great option if you're in a downhill section or a flat section where you don't need that power. Sure. You can save some battery life for when you need it later. Extend the range a little bit.
Trying to go uphill a little bit.
Exactly.
If you're on 5, How fast do you have to be going to still be like feeling it in your legs?
So it'll assist up to 20 miles an hour,
Okay.
and then it's all you after that.
And you can push it theoretically as fast as your legs can go
You
beyond
can still ride it as fast as your legs can go after that. Yep, absolutely. Brake levers at the top, shifter here for your rear derailleur. There's not much more to it than that. Pretty simple. Oh, the bell. I didn't mention the bell. It's got the bell.
I noticed, I don't know how standard this is in any bike design currently, but I noticed both of y'all have disc brakes front and rear. Is that pretty
Yeah,
standard?
I mean,
Speaking of stopping when someone's pulling a right turn in front of you.
Pedego's done a good job on this as well, and they're in complete agreement with us. There shouldn't be an e-bike without
Sure.
disc brakes,
Sure.
period. I mean, and hydraulic is really the way to go.
Sure.
Because you talk about, e-bikes go from 20 to 28 miles an hour, and there's some out there that go even faster. They shouldn't, but they do. And if you don't have decent brakes on your bike, it's a major hazard. So an e-bike should come at a minimum with disc brakes, in our opinion, a minimum of hydraulic disc brakes to give you the stopping capability.
Sure, that makes sense.
So we don't do adjustable seat posts. Why?
Sure.
Because we don't want your seat posts stolen. We don't want your seats stolen. We don't have quick release on the front. We have what's called a through axle. Why? We don't want your front wheels stolen. We actually, the whole bike is complete and safe. You can lock it up somewhere, come back. Easy to take your battery out, take your battery with you if you're worried about
sure.
it. We don't have a throttle on our bikes. So the range on these bikes, 14 amp hour battery, 20 to 40 miles. What we have is what we call a boost button. We don't want you sitting on the bike just full throttle.
Sure.
Because one, it's going to suck your battery.
Sure.
Two, you're not going to get any exercise,
Sure.
and you're not interacting with the bike. So what we've done is designed a boost button. With the idea with the boost button, it has a safety lag, so you can touch it, and the bike's not going to do something weird on you. If that little hill that's coming towards you looks a little bit, just add a little bit of assist. So it's almost like electronic gears.
I push this button and it helps me that much.
It's really designed for those folks that are really just looking to feel safe and ride around town.
Yeah.
The bike is very, very rideable
Sure.
without any assist.
Oh, that's great.
And you look at a lot of the bikes today, and especially around town bikes, they're so big and heavy.
Yeah.
They're barely rideable.
Sure.
If that battery dies or the motor dies, if something goes wrong, you're calling AAA to get you home, almost. There's not a lot of clutter on the handlebars, heads-up display. So just, again, very upright, as you said, kind of Dutch bike, comfortable experience. That's what it's all about. So that's kind of us in a nutshell.
Both of y'all have super vibrant color pathways. Do you want to talk a little bit about sort of the just design thoughts in terms of how you're making the bike pop?
Yeah, I mean, well, who wants a boring bike? I mean, you gotta.
Somebody.
Well, we have black bike. Everyone makes a black bike.
Sure.
So you got that too. The Caribbean blue here, one of the best sellers. Yeah, I think it's pops. It looks good in the sun too. You can see the little.
Yeah, it's got little sparkles.
Yeah, exactly. No one wants a boring bike.
Do you have other colors?
Oh yeah.
Not that I don't like this color.
No,
I love this color.
We do have a absolute range of colors. This is kind of this hot coral pink. And
Yeah,
it's
I
kind
love
of
it.
funny because I love it.
Yeah. How do you feel like the experience of riding one of your bikes is different or the same as riding a traditional bicycle?
Really, again, it goes back to that approachability and accessibility. You can put somebody on this bike that's never ridden an e-bike before, or somebody that's barely ridden a bike.
Which he did to me yesterday.
Yes, indeed. And the point is, you get on it, and it's just like, oh, it's just like riding a bike, but it's so much more fun, and it's easy, and there's nothing. What we didn't want to do was put all sorts of controls all over the place that would be like, well, what am I supposed to do?
Sure.
It was just, you just get on it, you pedal, and you go,
Yeah.
and making it simple. So that was the whole thing, simple experience.
Great. I want to jump over and
Yeah,
ask him
absolutely.
kind of the same thing. How do you feel like riding one of y'all's bikes is the same or different from riding a traditional bike?
Well, like he said, our motto is "Hello Fun." I mean, it's an e-bike is when they were early to the industry. We back in 2013, 14, 15, when we first started seeing more of these on the scene, doing test rides in stores. Customers would go out and do a test ride, come back in with the biggest smile on their face. I personally coined them smile bikes initially on because you could not send someone out on one for the first time without the biggest grin coming back. The goal here is we're trying to get more people riding bikes.
Sure.
And there's a lot of people that have not wanted to ride a bike because it's too much. Their friends are faster. They're intimidated,
Sure.
and so there's just a huge opportunity to get more people riding bikes, which again reduces cars. And we're trying to get less cars on the road. And you can do if you're in a close proximity to your work or to your gym and your network of friends. You can do a lot on an e-bike
Sure.
today. So.
Sure. Thank you guys both so much for sharing your bikes with me, taking me on a ride, sharing your stories.
I'd love to add just a little bit
jump on.
on advocacy. If anybody that's listening to this, we should go on and check out People for Bikes.
Okay.
They're one of the largest advocacy groups in the country, and they're doing an amazing job of lobbying to literally get infrastructure put into cities and everything else. So if you're interested at all, go check out People for Bikes. People for Bikes, they do an amazing job of literally on all of our behalf to try and get that infrastructure in place. So really appreciate it.
Rising tide, right?
Rising tide, exactly. That's what it's all about. Yeah. And it's a win-win.
Great. Thank you guys both so much. I appreciate riding your bikes.
It's
Oh, handshake sportsmanship. I love it. I love it.
You talked about being satisfied in 2. You got to get it to 5.
Okay.
You ready to throw it at 5?
Yeah, let's go to 5. Could I just go right from nothing?
Yeah.
All right.
Get it in 5.
Okay.
We can start riding.
All right. I'm gonna chirp out. No. Okay. Oh, okay.
You almost lost your hat.
I did almost lose my hat.
That's what 5 does.
I'm sorry, I just
5 loses your hat and gets you a skid.
skidded up your tires. Sorry about that. That's juicy.
This is your first time on an e-bike, and
Yeah.
you're just finding it
Super
smooth
easy.
and easy and
Yeah.
approachable.
Yeah.
And you've got that smile on your face, which I call an e-bike smile, which is, well, this is fun.
It is fun.
And it's just like, it's just easy. The smile on your face makes me feel good, because that's kind of like,
You did a good job.
We've achieved what we set out to achieve, which was anybody can get on and ride it.
I hope for y'all this could be helpful in trying to figure out what kind of e-bike might fit into your life. If not, we have plenty of other reviews. You can jump around, check them out.
It was a great time.
Very cool.
I definitely would do this again and recommend it to a lot of people.
It's only through each other that we can see our future. So, couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks for watching. This is Jeremy, this is Kyle, I'm Jim Hickox, and this has been Electrify Reviewed.